What is up, gang? This is the Xteen Featurette channel, and I'm Chris, and today is Friday, so we have a TGIX review video. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a double feature, so let's see what we got. These were sent to me for review from MVD. These are from the MVD Rewind collection. We have The House on Sorority Row and Mortuary, a couple 80s flicks, so truth be told, I haven't seen either of these. So they were both first time watches. Not sure how that happened, but you know how it goes. So like most of my videos, I'm not going to spoil them. I'm not going to spoil the ending. Going to talk a little bit about the plot. Going to talk a little bit about the release. And that's it. Let's just start chronologically with 1982 and talk about The House on Sorority Row. So this is, it's about a house of sorority sisters, and they're graduating, I guess, or, the semester's over. So they have to get revenge on their, they're playing a sorority prank on their overbearing house mother. She's always been a witch to all of them, and just nobody knows why she's so particular about them getting out of the house on this certain day, and they want to stay and party. So that's the plot of this. So the prank that they play on the sorority mother goes horribly, horribly wrong. What I really liked about this movie is that the characters were very realistic. They reacted to what was happening and the situations that unfold in a very realistic way. They actually act like college girls. And there was one scene in particular. So there is a murderer. The sorority sisters that know what happened are in this party, and everybody's having a good time except for the sisters that know what happened. They're just kind of like looking around, like, not knowing what to expect. And you could just tell that they're anxious. So that was really, really cool. I really liked the characters, like how real they felt. What I didn't like about the characters is that they just were not memorable whatsoever. There was a bad girl that was Vicky, and she was like probably the one that I most connected with, even though she was like the bad influence. And then there was the good girl whose name I just don't even remember because she was so like, inconsequential to me. So I found myself like relating more and caring more about the one that was supposedly like the bad influence. So just none of the rest of them I can remember whatsoever. They were just like nameless faces. Another thing I really appreciated was that there was a lot of giallo inspired elements to this movie. So there was really dramatic lighting. It was very artfully shot. There was a mystery killer. And then there was like the black hand with the murder weapon. So, we're seeing the hand do the murdering and stuff, but, we're not sure who it is. It could be a number of people. So that was really cool too. That was, very reminiscent of a giallo, and the murder weapon itself was really, kind of bizarre. It was a walking cane, and I think that there was like a bird or something on top, and like the tail end, I think it was a bird, but like the tail end of it was very, very pointy. What I did not like about it is that the end was terrible. The good girl, who I don't recall, she ended up getting sedated, and she like there was just so many like a trippy sequence, like she was hallucinating. It was almost like some like interpretive piece where there was just like every character lined up, like the dead ones were all lined up, and she's like looking at them, and they're just standing there, and then they'll all turn one way, and it's just like, what even is this? It was just very trippy, very weird. But I guess that was how they indicated that she was having a hallucination. And then there was just like no really big climax with the killer. It was very lackluster. It just felt like, to me, like the movie felt like it dragged on, and it felt like it didn't finish at the same time. Like there was so much that happened in the middle that I was just like losing interest, and then it was like they didn't wrap it up, is what I felt. But that's whatever. My biggest problem with this movie is that the intro, the very opening sequence, it involves a birth, and so much is given away in this introduction that it just like ruined the movie for me. Like I knew who the killer was going to be, even though it was supposed to be a mystery. And I just feel like they showed their hand too early. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to set up a backstory and stuff, but I just don't see why it was necessary. So the movie itself, I was just like not in love with. I know that there's a lot of fans of this movie, so if you have a problem with my review, tell me about it. I'd love to see why you like this movie. The one good thing about it that I really, really loved was the score. It was composed by Richard Band, so you know it's going to be good. And that really lighthearted, like, just really melodic score really complemented the movie well. And the actual release itself was very, at the beginning it was like an outdoor scene, and the picture quality was not the greatest, but then it got better. Like after you get out of the outdoor scene in the beginning, the picture looked, pretty decent. So that was cool. We can check out the special features on this. It's MVD Rewind has that slip with all the cool retro stickers and stuff. This one has one that says that it'll melt. Love that. I love that. The special features on here, we have audio commentary with director Mark Rosman, audio commentary with director Mark Rosman and stars Eileen Davidson and Catherine McNeil. And then interviews with the cast and crew, including director Mark Rosman, stars Harley Jane Kozak, Eileen Davidson, and Catherine McNeil, composer Richard Band, and producer Ego Cantor. And then original pre-credit sequence, alternative ending storyboards, TV spots, theatrical trailer, reversible artwork, and collectible mini poster. So there is the reversible artwork. There is your mini poster. Very, very neat. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this guy, because I can see how it is a cult classic. I can see how it is. I get why people like it, but I also get why people wouldn't like it. I'll probably give it another watch in the future to see if I'm not as critical on it the second time around. But yeah, I don't know. It's worth a watch to check out and see whether or not you like it. Let's move on to Mortuary, a 1983 film, 93 minutes. We have a very young Bill Paxton here. I very much enjoyed this movie. I loved it. I am very sad that I haven't seen this sooner. What I love most about it is that the film does a really great job of keeping us guessing as to what's really going on. You feel like you have an idea of the angle and, what the movie's about, like you have it figured out, and then they pull the rug out from under you and they're like, oh, psych, it's about this. So there's Christy and Christy's boyfriend Greg, and Christy's dad was murdered, so she thinks, but Christy's mom and the local mortuary owner think that Christy's just being paranoid. But I don't know, that we're getting some weird vibes from both of them, so were they involved? And also Greg saw the mortuary owner conducting some seances at the mortuary, so who knows what's going on there. And also, Bill Paxton plays the mortuary guy's son, Paul, and he definitely has a crush on Christy, so he's like skimming around. My favorite scene in this was when Christy and Greg were in the cemetery, and Bill Paxton comes and gives her he gives her a flower, I think, and he skips away. They're in the cemetery mourning her dad, I think, and he just here you go, see you later, and skips away. I'm just this character's so awesome. So really, really talented. What's really bizarre is Greg's friend who used to work at the mortuary, it starts with them spying on the mortician, and the friend goes missing, and Greg looks for him for a bit, and then he just forgets that the dude ever existed. I was like, well, what about your friend, yo? Your friend just went missing, and you're oh, whatever. So that was pretty sad. There was very melodic music in this also. The composer was John Kakavas, and the only special feature in here is an interview with John Kakavas. And I watched it and I was just this guy, you know how sometimes you'll get like a commentary or an interview where the person just doesn't remember the movie. That was this guy, because it was just like, oh, what inspired you to make the music for this? And he's like, I don't remember. I did so many. I don't remember. I don't even know what the music sounded like. I'm like, this guy's awesome. It was weird. If you're into bizarre interviews, it's worth a watch. The picture on this was really good, but there's a lot of night photography, so the picture was kind of dark. And a lot of scenes was very dark, but I mean, it wasn't like the worst I've seen. It was definitely watchable. I don't want to say anything else about this because it was just like so much fun and so enjoyable to me that I don't want to spoil it. So that's all I have to say about that. I would love to hear more people's opinions about this also, because you know, I had missed it until now, and I really suggest everybody give this a watch because it was just like perfect 80s fun. And this one does not have any reversible artwork, but you know, we still got the poster, so let's just take a gander, even though we know what it looks like. So there's the poster. It's very cool. And I did want to note, you know, the cover says, before your funeral, before you are buried, before you are covered with the last shovelful of dirt, be sure you are really dead. And I'm just like, I don't know what that has to do with the movie, really. I mean, I don't really get it. I don't know. Does anybody know what that has to do with in connection to this? Leave a comment, because I'm not sure. So that is my double feature review for The House on Sorority Row and Mortuary, two 80s classics for sure. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about both of these guys, and I appreciate you watching my reviews. As always, I'm going to have some more exciting stuff coming up, so stick around, see what that is. Come check me out next time. I will see you later. Bye.